and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be analyzing a game that I had with IRONSHIELD. This was a particularly good game that was played a pretty long time ago, and I just thought I would analyze it now. So let's get into the game. I don't actually remember how this game started, but against IRONSHIELD, I always like to play Marshall Blitz because he's an extremely passive player. So I want to play the best offensive game that I can against him because I know he's not going to counterattack with the general. Now I'm bringing up a colonel here, so I know I only get a scout. That piece is probably kept. Okay, it's scout. So that's not what I wanted to get with my marshal, obviously. But now I know he likes back for his spies, so I can be very aggressive with that marshal. And kind of have to. IRONSHIELD, I match up extremely poorly with him because he's very difficult to read sometimes. And I play a lot of my game based off reads. We find a captain there, so I'll probably end up taking that. Bringing up a major. He also likes corner flags, so that's why I like to advance on flanks. I'll take that. That's unusually. He's very rarely aggressive like that with a major, so that's interesting. He'll take that with a colonel. I'll take that lieutenant, and he'll take with a back row marshal. That's very interesting. I'll lotto that piece because I didn't think it was a bomb, and I was losing, so I kind of had to lotto. All right, now I'll come up with the general. We'll eventually trade this off, and I'll just have to play the game aggressive with my marshal. Okay, I'm not sure what the point of that move was from him. Also, don't know what that was. I feel like all these pieces are bluffs. Okay, so we traded generals there. I'm not sure why he wouldn't trade earlier. That doesn't make any sense to me. Instead, he gave me a free lieutenant. He made a lot of moves this game that didn't make sense to me. He got lucky at times. I think I outplayed him pretty handily this game. Obviously, I'm just going to take the free piece. And he doesn't want to trade, so that's pretty ridiculous. If you're going to do that, at least trade. Because you have an advantage. So you want to get my marshal off the board. I'll take that piece. Another free piece. He's just giving me too many free pieces right now. It's a terrible moment in any game whenever you give a free piece. Gonna find out. I'm up 2 captains, so I'm not too worried about losing one. So I'm aggressing upon that piece. I'll move away there. I want to trade off that major because any traded major helps me. That's just annoying. He's gonna play. He loves to do this anti-play thing where he just refuses to trade. And that's the reason I do so badly against him. I'll take these leads and I'll just get impatient. If I were to give a piece of advice on how a player could beat me, I would say just do absolutely nothing. It's incredibly annoying and it works very well. Now I'm pressuring this colonel. I don't think that's the spy, but I scouted anyway. I don't want to take the risk. And now I'm bringing a lieutenant down. He only has 2 captains left. And we know a major. And now, I'm not sure why he would hit that. Alright, that's just annoying. I'm not going to take that captain because it's low risk, high risk, low reward. Even though I don't think that that piece is the spy. I'm going to bring down a miner now. Again, he likes corner flags. So I'm going to see if I can find a bomb. He doesn't seem worried though. Okay, we find a sergeant. I'll take that with the lieutenant. I'm applying pressures, not a ton he could do if he were the type of player who does things. I'm always the one applying pressure in these games. I find a bomb there. Okay. There we find the major. Obviously we want to trade. Okay. He's not going to let me take that miner. Obviously I'm not going to take that because there's a chance the spy is behind it. Even though I don't necessarily think it's the spy because he loves to bluff. That piece from the back corner, even though he likes that spot for spies, is not the spy. But I move away anyway. Because he wouldn't put his spy there and allow it to be scouted. I still have a scout left. He has no risk tolerance whatsoever. Which is why a move later in this game was very interesting, but we'll get to that. That's a mistake. He should have moved. Now he allowed me to take the 2 square rule. I probably should have pressured, but whatever. Okay, so now I'll move down. Here's where the fact that he doesn't take any risks comes into play. Okay, so I move this piece. I'm bluffing that sergeant as my spy. And now he takes it, which I'm just completely mystified by this because he can't lose that marshal. Look how many small pieces he's down. And just that's a disaster. He could afford to lose that major, but he couldn't afford to lose the marshal. And now I I'm thinking that's a spy, but it turns out not to be. So now I've got a shot at this because I'm wonder I'm thinking where his flag is. He likes open flags. Now I'm coming down with the captain. I'm going to take a sergeant. That's annoying. Now he has the 2 square advantage. And now I find a bomb with the captain. Now I'm desperate because okay, he's gonna take that major, which I find very interesting. I call that bluff. And now he traps himself. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Okay, so I'm thinking about where his flag is. I think that I know these 2 bombs, and but he just let me come in, so there has to be some catch over here. He's coming down with the marshal, so he's scared about something. He trapped this major. He's letting me have this major, so this could be a game if I decided to play it out. and not risk everything to go for the flag. But I'm thinking, I he didn't bluff this piece as a spy, which I find very unusual for him. He loves to bluff. So I feel rather confident that if this piece could move, it would have he would have moved it up. That's why I think that this piece is a bomb. I think that this is obviously these two are bombs, and I think this piece is a bomb, and I think this piece is his flag, and I think that's why he's paranoid because all of the pieces on this side of the move of the board have moved. I don't think that either these two are the flag. I think this must be a flag, and I think this must be the bomb. All right, now we'll play. I take the major, and now I move down with the minor, and I sacrifice the marshal on the bomb because I feel so sure. And look, he immediately panics. He goes, "Lot is that?" I take the bomb, as I predicted. That was a bomb, and that's the flag. So that was a great game against a player that I do really badly against. Iron Shield is, for any beginner, I really recommend playing with Iron Shield because he'll teach you how to attack because you can't beat him unless you know how to attack. And we saw that in this game. I went in aggressive with the marshal. I lost the colonel early, but I had info. He made some mistakes. He got very lucky with the colonel in the center. I had the easy win if I had taken his marshal there, so I'm not sure why he did that. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope to make another video very soon. I have a game with Overlord that I played that I might like to post.